Hey everybody, welcome back to another Keep On Truckin'. Sorry I'm a little winded, it's windy outside. Pun intended. Not really. Got the races, people testing the racetrack. I love race season. This is the Toledo Raceway. Yeah. I love that freaking rumble of a V8. Oh. Here, let's shut this off real quick and listen to that. Oh yeah. America. Yeah, this is the Toledo Raceway. It looks like a pretty nice track. I've heard really good things about it. Look like sprinters. I think that's what they're called. I only know a little bit about like NASCAR or stuff like that. I'm a really big fan of it. Really big fan of racing. I know like quarter midgets and those aren't quarter midgets if I remember right, but somebody will know. But anyways, so yeah, as I said, I'm in Toledo. I didn't record it all this morning on my way up from Columbus because it was super windy. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of recording today. I'll try to as much as possible, but probably not going to do a whole lot. Like I said, it's all about being safe. And yes, I'm not wearing my seatbelt right now, but that's because I'm in a parking lot and I got to hop out and get my paperwork and stuff anyways. So I'm only doing 8 miles an hour. But I'm heading to Naperville, Illinois with this load here, and then which is just west of Chicago off of I-88, and then I'll be going back east to Gary, Indiana, to one of our terminals, picking up a load from there and bringing that back to Minnesota so I can be in Minnesota for the weekend. I know my only plans this weekend so far are we got our last night of bowling for bowling league, and then other than that, I gotta fix the truck. I have a coolant leak on my reservoir, my coolant reservoir. I've been trying to make it last until the weekend to be able to fix it myself. I've only had to add coolant one time, so that tells you how tiny of a leak it is. I mean, the reservoir itself is giant, and you'll see when I do the video on it. Yeah, they want $300 for the new tank, and I'm not about to pay $300 for something that I could weld. See, my dad used to be a plastic fabricator for a company, and they built plastic cabinets that would house machines that would make microchips for like Texas Instruments and Casio and a couple other big companies like that. And then robots came into the world and took that job over, and they shipped it over to China or something like that. Now he's truck driving as well. But yeah, if anybody can fix it, I know my dad can. A lot of my skills I've learned from him, and so I'm gonna go over to Dad's house and see if he can help me weld it up, because he's the pro at it. He has all the equipment still, so hoping that we can weld it, plastic weld it. If not, we're gonna do, I'm gonna have to get inventive and JB weld it or something like that. But anything that prevents me from spending $300 on a new tank will definitely be nice. But anyways, I'm gonna run in and grab my paperwork. We'll see you here in a little bit. You guys, I got a 34-pound load. Ha! That is crazy. Oh, that's gonna be a nice run. The only downside to a 34-pound load is that, I tell you, this is actually the lightest load I've ever hauled in the 12 years I've been driving over the road. The only downside is with it being super windy out, it's gonna be like hauling an empty trailer and getting blown all over the place. But yeah, it's only 281 miles to Naperville from Toledo, so I'll make that run. And then I'll have to do my half-hour break. And they had it freaking hot in there. In the shipping department, it was toasty. And then of course I have my AC blast, or my heat blasting out here because I have my windows open. It's like 63 out, but the wind is making it way bad. But I just gotta give them my paperwork. Coffee, 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 coffee. Nummy. All right, got coffee and I got a burger while I was at it. Their burgers are actually pretty good here at Pilot. I didn't have breakfast, but that's usually when I wake up later. I don't get a chance to get breakfast. So, just happy I got my coffee. I like coffee a little bit. Now the day can start. Time to get some fuel. This place is crazy expensive. $3.25 or pretty much $3.26 a gallon. Yeah, there we go. So I'm only going to do a half tank. This tank here on the driver's side. View of this. There's a pretty bad accident out there on 94. So I'm gonna do my half-hour break here. Hey, look at that. I'm gonna do my half-hour break here as well. Let the accident clear up a bit, and then hopefully be able to keep rolling. It looks like it's only just right down the road anyways, so I should be able to miss it, or at least just be in it for a little bit, because it's only like a half mile further west, and then it's pretty free after that. But the crack part is it's almost 5 o'clock here in Illinois. You guys text me I'm in Indiana, but I'm right at the border. Let's see how much fuel. I was on E, but I'm only doing half tank, so I'm gonna guess 78 gallons. Yeah, 78 gallons. We'll see what it does. Oh, and for those of you that might think that it's still going, so I didn't guess before or after. I mean, hopefully. This should be able to get me all the way to Minnesota and then leave out on Monday. I got a AC line that I have to fix on my truck. It's too windy out here. Got an AC line I got to fix on it, or get fixed on it this weekend as well, or on Monday. So I'll be fixing, my dad and I are going to try to fix the tank, my coolant tank on either Saturday or Sunday, and then I'm going to be dropping the truck off at the terminal, and then they will fix that AC line. I just had my AC pump replaced, and one of the pressure switches. And after repairing the pressure switch and the pump, now one of the lines are leaking. Then after that, I'm guessing I'm probably going to have to do the condenser, because that's still the original factory condenser, and it's been on the truck for almost 1 million miles. And that gets beat up pretty bad, but we'll see what where it's sitting at. 71, 72. Let's see what it stops at. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, looks like it was a little lower than I thought. My next guess is gonna 80, 82. Damn, that was close. Let's see how many miles we got out of this last tank, or both tanks when I filled them up. I always reset my D trip, so 1,251 gallons or miles. It's not too bad. It's been windy as hell recently, but so I put this is my everyday trip that I reset every morning. This is my trip since leaving for work on Sunday or Monday. This is how many miles I've done so far since I left on Monday. And this is how many for the check. So that's why I have it for C, and I have D for diesel for fuel. Just happens to work out that way. Yeah. Wonderful Chicago traffic. Yes, this is my headset. It's what I use to when I'm on the road. Can't use my phone, to make phone calls. That's a huge fine. You're busted on your phone making phone calls, or have it up to your ear and stuff like that, or texting and all that stuff. But yeah, it's funny. Whenever I wear this, I always kind of feel like Keenan and Cal from Nickelodeon. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Yeah, that kind of dates me a little bit. I don't know if any of you guys watched that back in the day, but I used to laugh my butt off at that show. But yeah, I'm currently in I-80 traffic, Chicago general area. Still in Indiana, but I'm in Gary, Indiana, which is where I'll actually be coming back to later on. I'm gonna take this off. I look like a goofball. It's where I'll be coming back to later on with the to pick up my next load to actually bring me back to Minnesota. So right now it sucks. I gotta go through Indiana to head out to yeah, wow, brain fart, freaking. Why can't I remember the damn Naperville, Illinois, west of Chicago. Got 60 miles to go at this rate. That's gonna take a while. I got up to 30 right now though. Yeah, I'm hauling. There's construction too around here. They say, with that guy has such a loud freaking car or vehicle, and it's a junk loud. It's not like I got a good powerful loud car. It's like a early 2000s Jeep Grand Cherokee with no exhaust on it, but he has a Jeg sticker on it, so that makes it justifiable. Yeah, there's no freaking tailpipe on that thing. What was I saying? My mind's just scrambled today. It's Friday, I'm supposed to be home, and I'm not, but I will be tomorrow. Yeah. Anyways, turn on the tunes and jam out and come to a stop again, because that's just what you do here in Chicago at this time of day. That's why I run overnights usually. Yeah. Become a trucker, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Oh, and I will... Wow. I had a bubble in my throat. I will be grabbing a new mount for my phone as well. It's going to go between my upper dash and lower and main dash, and I'm going to it should be a lot steadier. And then the nice part too is I'll be able to face it out to the front, and I can try to get like a time lapse of driving and stuff like that as well, so you get to see some actual shots from the road, like a steady shot and not a bouncy cheap magnetic mount like this. But I gotta stop at a truck stop that has it in stock. When I stopped the last one here to get fuel, they didn't have one in stock, and unfortunately it's not cheap, but it'll be nice and steady and be able to get some cool shots. So I hope that you subscribe, and I hope that you hit that little bell button so next to the subscribe, so when I post it'll be a notification for you and you can get caught up in all the trucking goodness there is to offer out here. I just spit a little bit when I said that. I need to shave too. Not this, but this. I need to trim that. It's like shifting central when you're in this crap. This is the only time I wish I would have an automatic, but I just don't feel that any truck should ever have an automatic. You just don't. I have way more control in my truck with a manual than you ever do with an automatic, especially with the truck, because it's essentially a auto shifting manual transmission. It does everything itself, it shifts and all that stuff itself, but the shifting points get really weird in certain scenarios, and the downshifting is never precise, at least the ones that I've test drove. And yeah, it's I just feel like if you're driving a truck, it should be a manual. To me, I feel safer with the manual. Plus, when it comes to wintertime and like if you get kind of stuck in the snow a little bit or the ice, you can rock the truck a little bit better. And especially, living in Minnesota and running the upper Midwest a lot in the wintertime, I feel it's a lot safer using a manual transmission than an automatic. I got a 13 speed in this truck here, and I love it. I converted it from a 9 speed to a 13 speed, and that's why you'll hear that little one is my splitter for the high range. I'll do a video on how that all operates eventually. Obviously not when I'm in traffic, but yeah, I can shift my lower gears, and then I flip the main switch into high range, and then I can shift the upper gears, and then I can flip a thumb switch, and that will split the upper range gears. So essentially it takes all the top gears and it makes them into 2 gears apiece, and that's how you get the 13. But I'll get some video when I get towards get out of this traffic, some out there video. But I don't want to hold the camera and take any pictures or videos right now while I'm in this. Gotta be safe. But all right, see you down the road. All right, shaky video time because I'm bobtail, which means again I have no trailer hooked up to me, just my tractor. And it's extra bouncy because we're in Chicago and the roads are bouncy and crappy. But I'll try to stabilize it as much as possible. If you guys notice in some of the videos, I'll stay completely still, but like it'll get all crazy down here and weird up here, like kind of stretched. It's I use the stabilizing editing software that's in the phone. I have a Pixel 3 XL. I use this editing software to stabilize it because the front camera doesn't have a stabilizer on it. My back camera and my main camera that I use have stabilizers on them built into the lens itself. But yeah, so anyways, just dropped my load at Naperville, and now I'm heading back to Gary, Indiana, pick up that load and head home. Well, Minnesota. Home is where the heart is, right? But yeah, so like I said, I'll try to get some video when I get in there. This sunset's beautiful right now. It's actually kind of coming in nicely off the mirror and shows you how bad I need to freaking shave. Every time I go and take a shower, I always forget to bring my damn razor. I got an electric razor that I bought, or shaver, or beard trimmer, whatever you want to call it. And I keep forgetting it on the passenger seat. It's so bouncy with no trailer. Anyways, we'll see you at the next stop, guys. Oh, and to give you a little example of stabilizing. This little section here, I'm not gonna do the stabilizer on, so you'll get a true understanding of how well the software works to make the video stable. So about 20 seconds worth, but I'm gonna see if there's a bridge that I go over and that I'll show you, especially with no trailer, how shaky and bouncy. Now, unfortunately, this mount is, but on top of that, in the truck, I mean, this trailer, this chair has air ride, so it helps me as a driver, you know, maintain the bumps and stuff. But like I said, when I get that new mount, it should stabilize a little bit better, hopefully. But yeah, there's no bridges right now. But anyways, this one's not gonna be stabilized, so you can see how well the stabilizing software works, at least for me, for this section here. Wait, there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's so bad. So I just called to find out about my next load, the one I'm supposed to be picking up in Gary. Called to find out when it's going to be there, because apparently it's not there yet, and I'm only 36 miles from there. They told me he's still 200 miles away, which means he's like 3 hours, 40 minutes away if he does 60 miles an hour. And yeah, I had my home time set for today, and so I can make sure I get back tomorrow. And the guy told me that he only has 1 hour left on his clock. So yeah, so I asked, hoping that we can actually do it, that I can go, and it's called a repower. So I go to wherever he shuts down at, and I get his trailer from him. And then that way, at least I can grab it, have it ready right away in the morning, and get scooting up home. I can't believe, like, this week has just been full of T-calls and stuff not working out properly. I just want to go home. I need a beer. So I'll keep you guys informed of what's going on. He's going to call him right now. The ECT at our terminal is going to call him and see where he's going to shut down at, and then figure out what the plan is, what we can do. Alright, quick update. Apparently the guy that was supposed to bring the trailer to Gary for me to grab got into an accident, and he's still in Michigan. So now they're trying to get another guy to grab it because he's out of hours now. So they're trying to get another guy to grab it to then bring it to Gary while I'm shut down. I'm hoping that's the way it's going to happen, because I just want to get home and get this week over with. But yeah, so I ended up driving down the road and decided to get some food, and I may regret this. This is gonna be my dinner tonight. Nom nom nom. Love me with some White Castle, but who knows? Gotta love them sliders. This place is busy. At least the gas station part of it is. It's gonna be, I'm looking forward to this. I haven't had White Castle in a long time, actually. Gotta make sure I lock it, because, you know, we're in Gary, Indiana, and it's a pretty rig. Yeah. Alright, let's get some grub. If anybody's wondering what my rig looks like, this is it. It's 2014 Kenworth T680. I got some aftermarket lights in here. There's white LEDs, and then I got my main headlights are white LEDs as well. But yeah, she treats me well. All right, time to eat. Got my grub. And watching the Twins game. Oh yeah, baseball. I love baseball. Twins are my favorite. They're so much my favorite that I even have a tattoo on my leg. But I'm gonna eat and I'll give you guys an update. I still haven't heard what's going on with this next load. I honestly am so frustrated right now. I just don't even know what to say about it anymore. This is one of the reasons why I want to get out of trucking. It's just nothing is consistent. But Twins are kicking butt, 6-0 with 5 home runs so far in this game against the Orioles. I'm gonna eat my White Castle and I'll give you a quick update before I hit the hay and let you know what's going on this wonderful Friday. When you guys see this, it'll probably be Saturday. I've been like a day or two behind on my uploads. But anyways. Well, it's the next day and my load still isn't here. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Gary, Indiana still. And I went to bed pretty late because I've been trying to deal with trying to get home. So I might actually just end up bobtailing all the way home. But this is going to be the last episode of this, or the last video of this episode, and then I'm going to start a new one for today, which is Saturday. For me, at least right now. When you see this, it'll probably be Sunday or Monday. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on this episode at least, and let you know. But I'll let you know on the next one what the plan is for if I bobtail all the way home, 422 miles. It's all money out of my own pocket, or if they finally actually find me a load, because this guy that's supposed to be bringing my load from Detroit isn't going to be here until I think like noon, 1 o'clock. So I guess find out. But anyways, have yourself a good day, good morning, good night, wherever you're at, and keep on trucking. See ya.